Why men enter and exit the manosphere, right? So, for you all that don't know, the manosphere is basically men's content, quote unquote, red pill content. And matter of fact, before we jump into it, let's go to Wikipedia. Matter of fact, manosphere is a very collection of websites, blogs, online forums promoting masculinity, misogyny, and opposition to feminism. Communities within the manosphere includes men rights activists, incels, who we will define in a minute, MGTOW, men going their own way, pickup artists, PUA, and father rights group. While the specifics of each group's beliefs sometimes conflict, they are generally united in the belief that society is biased against men due to influence of feminism and that feminists promote misandry. Acceptance of these ideas is described as taking the red pill, as we saw in the movie The Matrix. The Manosphere, well, we ain't gonna get into all that, but that's the I'm trying to find a non-biased definition because I really searched online and it really most of the definitions were written by women, and when you look through them, they were feminists. So I don't really want that. So well, Wikipedia is supposed to be the least biased out of all of them. And then we had a couple other terms. There is MGTOW, which is men going their own way. That makes those are men that believe that they should be completely separate from women. They don't deal with them. They see society as gynocentric and it's been corrupted. And they advocate for men to avoid marriage and committed relationships with women. So that can be pretty widespread. And then we have the other side of, I believe, a sub genre of MGTOW, incel. An incel, which was a term that was dubbed by a feminist, believe it or not, is a concatenation of involuntary celibate, meaning that they can't get none no way. So they just say they hate women and they're frustrated, right? They define themselves as unable to find a romantic or sexual partner despite desiring one, and who may blame and objectify and degenerate women and girls as a result. So in other words, the guys that said, well, I can't get no girl because I am not 6 feet, I don't have six figures, and only the Chads and Tyrones can get girls. Many times those are incel keywords. Now that we've broken that down, let's go back to the article. Why men enter and exit the manosphere, from a psychologist's name is Mark Travers. I don't necessarily agree with all of it, but I just wanted to give some context. The manosphere refers to a collection of websites, blog, blah, blah, blah. We just saw that. And he goes into men's right activists, pickup artists, which we know those are men that teach strategies on how to pick up women. So Neil Strauss, there was a book that he did. I forgot what the name of it was, but he was like one of the original pickup artists. And one of his terms was being cocky and funny to pick up women. I remember hearing that a while back. Then the red pill men, it came from the Matrix, taking the red pill or awakening that changes your view. So blue pill men are the guys that are, traditional, want to have families, get married, believe that women are sugar, spice, and everything nice. And then we talked about incels. So these are the reasons that many men turn to the red pill or these types of mindsets. They're nursing heartbreak and recontextualizing rejection. I agree with that one. A 2023 study details the journey of radicalization of ex-members of the Manosphere based on their accounts from to Reddits. If you ever want to see some real incels, some real angry men, go to Reddit, because there is no, you can pretty much say and put up anything you want. Like Reddit is like the swamp. It is like the ghetto of the internet. Often users find themselves drawn to the manosphere as a result of experiencing romantic rejection and frustrating within their dating lives, as well as grappling with feelings of being inadequate as a masculine male. Such individuals often experience loneliness and self-esteem, which were reinforced by narratives of alpha and beta men in the manosphere. This dichotomy categorizes men into alphas viewed as confident, assertive, successful, and great with women, and the betas who are portrayed as submissive, less successful, and more prone to rejection. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and pull up the alpha male strategy guide right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see.
I'm about to make it a little bigger. Pause.
Oh, man, come on. Pinterest is acting up. Sorry about that. If we can get this to pop up a little bit bigger. There we go. All right. This is kind of a, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Of course not. It wants to get smaller, even though I'm hitting. All right. We got the alpha male, self-fulfilled, self-aware, self-mastery, blah, blah, blah. Beta male, selfish, self-absorbed, self-pity. And then on love, women, and sex, cooperates with women. This is what alpha men do. Cooperates with women. I don't know about that. Views women as partners, intrigued by women. I think this is a bad list because
this is a bad list.
Yeah, I'm like, this is actually the opposite. And then now the beta male might be right. Competes with women, views women as possessions, intimidated by women, marries to meet needs. Sex is about validation, unwilling to listen and learn. Yeah. Life views, betas are fear-based. Every man for himself, sees himself as a victim in life, chases meaningless things. Now, all those parts are true. Now, the alphas, they ain't really got that correct, I don't believe. From my point of view, it's a little bit. But again, that's why men go there. And then the second one is because they need the support system, because nothing says, I hate to say this, a person that is not doing well, you know, they just want other people not being well, because I can't use the word I really want to use on this live. Yeah. So people that are not successful like to be around other people that are not successful to make them all feel like they're successful. So that is a need for a support system. It is relatively common for those guys seeking advice and help from psychological challenges that they face online, which led them to the Manosphere figures. As you notice, a lot of those Manosphere figures, you know, these guys are fanboys of them. And now he says, we'll get into X and the Manosphere later. But I said a whole lot. So I want to get your feedback on everything that I just went through, because there's a lot to unpack there.
I think number one, when it comes to all these terms, and there's also a term called red pill rage, right? That's something that I've experienced, I'll be honest with you, where, you know, you go through a particular season where you've been rejected, or a woman has harmed you of some sort, has really destroyed your ego. So once you start looking at some of the content and really start to learn some of the realities, right? Because essentially red pill is awareness, right? That's what red pill essentially is. But one thing I do believe, it's supposed to be, right, exactly. But I think one thing I've realized about in life is you have to do everything in moderation. You can't do too much of anything. So what tends to happen with a lot of guys who are incels or in that category, they become extreme red pill, black pill, where they really some don't even deal with women at all anymore. Or
explain black pill for the viewers, please.
Yeah, so there's another movement called the black pill, and the black pill are people who see things from they don't even deal with women, period. They're incels. Is that
the same as MGTOW and incel? Is that the same thing?
They're I
think, in my opinion, to me, they're the same people. But
that's what I'm saying. Would you say that the MGTOW and that would be a subset?
It's the same. I think it's the same thing. I don't even think it's a subset. I think MGTOW don't deal with women at all. They go their own way. They don't believe in relationships and marriage. Incels. The thing is about MGTOW is they say they choose to not. Incels know they can't. Both
Ah,
of them can't. Right. Both of
quote
them
unquote.
can't.
There you go.
One just say they choose to,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
other one can't. So black pill is both of them together.
Together.
That's my view of it. I could be wrong. So let me know in the comments if I'm wrong or if I'm just crazy. But in my head, black pill is just basically like, nope, I've washed my hands. I've given up. I don't want to improve myself. I don't want to make any more money. I don't want to provide for women. I don't want to be responsible. Women are evil. They are going to do nothing but take your money and money you don't have most of the time. They just want to take advantage of me and make me feel bad, and they're going to cheat on me. That's the black pill.
That's black pill. Yeah, you said, dude, you said it so perfectly. You explained it perfectly, because when it comes to incels, those are guys who are like, oh, I can't get women. Oh my gosh. And then you have black, you have the MGTOW guys like, oh, I don't need women. I can get them, but I don't need them anymore. I'm done. I know how they are. But essentially, they're just like incels. They're incels essentially. So, yeah, it's disgusting, man. Because at the end of the day, man, like I like the feminine presence. Like I can't. I
ain't gonna lie. I love me some women. Now listen, dealing with one-on-one relationships sometimes can be challenging, But hey, I'm not gonna not deal with women because whatever. Shantae says she's laughing at incel. Shantae, I know you know some incels. I know you know some. They might not say they're incels, but I know you know some. We all know some.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't agree with the black pill. I understand some of the red pill concepts, but I'm not in agreement with that type of mentality. I'm more like men's empowerment and self-improvement, because we got a lot of work to do as men. I literally do this live to expose the work we need to do as men, not to say women are bad, because some women are bad, some women are good. But my thing is really focused more on men.
That's why I make the content.
That's why we're here.
That's why the content that I make isn't, and a lot of people, and it's funny because there's certain people that are angry people that I would say in that misandry category that would say, oh, your content is toxic, when if you really watch my videos, I don't never bash women at all. You know what I mean? I talk about ways men can improve. That's what the content is all about. I'm more focused on building leaders, building men, building more self-awareness versus coming at women, because it's not conducive. It ain't gonna change nothing.
No, it's
I don't have anything to do it.
And in my opinion, anyway, I think that women need to advise women that women aren't our responsibility.
Not at all.
That's other women's responsibility.
Yeah,
so,
and it's funny because I get this message often. Why don't you make content to help women? Well, no, because I know how y'all are. I'm gonna say certain things, and they're gonna get offended, and it's gonna hurt your little feelings.
Go find Derek Jackson.
Oh yeah, he will.
He'll make you feel good, because see, my thing is, and and I even ask my female friends, if you're asking me a question, do you want the real answer, or do you want to feel good? Because if you want to feel good, don't ask me.
Don't ask me.
Especially if it's something, relationship. Because number one, I'm going to make you accountable, and number two, you're probably not going to like it.
Oh, we have female friends. We hold them accountable. We get on.
Yeah, but they're open. But they're open to it.
It's different. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shout out to the Jays. Y'all know who y'all are if you watch.
Yeah.